As you sit here, absorbing these words, know that the world you perceive around you is nothing more than a reflection of your inner state. The circumstances of your life, the people you encounter, the experiences you have, all of these are but shadows cast by the light of your consciousness. You are the author of your reality, the sculptor of your destiny. Now you may be thinking, but Neville, my life is filled with struggles and hardships. How can I be the creator of such difficulties? But herein lies the key to your liberation. These challenges you face are not obstacles placed in your path by some external force. They are, in fact, opportunities for growth, manifestations of your own limiting beliefs and fears. Let us delve deeper into this truth. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. And like any seed, it will grow and bear fruit in accordance with its nature. If you plant thoughts of lack, you will harvest scarcity. If you sow seeds of fear, you will reap anxiety and doubt. But my friends, if you cultivate thoughts of abundance, love, and success, you will create a life beyond your wildest dreams. This is the law of assumption, the cornerstone of all creation. To assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled is to plant the seed of its manifestation. You must live from the end, experiencing in your imagination the reality you desire as if it were already yours. For in truth, it is already yours in the realm of infinite possibilities. Now I can sense the stirring of doubt in some of you. You may be thinking, but how can mere imagination change my external reality? Let me assure you, your imagination is far from mere. It is the very substance of creation, the clay from which all of existence is molded. When you imagine, you are tapping into the creative power of the universe itself. Consider the great inventors, artists, and visionaries throughout history. Did they not first conceive of their inventions in their minds before bringing them into physical form? The Wright brothers imagined flight before they built their first aeroplane. Michelangelo saw David in the raw marble before he ever lifted his chisel. And you, my dear friends, are no different. You possess the same creative power within you. But here's the crucial point. It is not enough to simply visualize your desires. You must feel them, live them, breathe them in every fiber of your being. The secret lies in the feeling. When you can generate within yourself the emotion of already having that which you desire, you set in motion the forces of creation that will bring it into your physical reality. Let me share with you a technique that I have found to be immensely powerful. As you retire to sleep each night, close your eyes and imagine a scene that implies the fulfillment of your desire. See it vividly, hear the sounds, feel the textures, immerse yourself completely in this imaginal act. Do this with the knowledge that as you sleep, your subconscious mind, that faithful servant, will work tirelessly to bring this scene into your waking reality. Now, some of you may be wondering, but Neville, what if I have multiple desires? What if I want to change various aspects of my life? Fear not, for the law of assumption is not limited to a single wish. You can apply this principle to every facet of your existence. Your relationships, your career, your health, your finances, all of these can be transformed through the power of your imagination. But remember, my friends, consistency is key. You cannot plant the seed of your desire one day and dig it up the next to see if it has grown. You must maintain your assumption, nurturing it with unwavering faith, even in the face of contrary evidence in your external world. For the physical world is but a shadow, a delayed reflection of your inner state. Let us now address a question that often arises: how long will it take for my desire to manifest? The answer, my dear listeners, is both simple and profound. It will take as long as it takes for you to accept it as real in your imagination. Time is but an illusion, a construct of the human mind. In the realm of spirit, where all creation originates, there is only the eternal now. This brings us to another vital truth, the importance of living in the present moment. Many of you may be caught in the trap of constantly projecting into the future or dwelling on the past. But I tell you this, your power lies in the now. It is in this present moment that you have the ability to choose your state of consciousness, to select the version of reality you wish to experience. Imagine, if you will, that your consciousness is like a radio dial. At any given moment, you have the power to tune into different stations, different frequencies of reality. When you change your inner state, when you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are essentially tuning into a new frequency, one that aligns with your desired reality. Now I can hear some of you thinking, but Neville, what about the actions I need to take in the physical world? Surely I can't just sit and imagine all day? And you are right, action does have its place. But understand this, inspired action flows naturally from your assumed state. When you truly embody the consciousness of your wish fulfilled, you will find yourself effortlessly taking the steps necessary to bring it into manifestation. This is the difference between forcing things to happen and allowing them to unfold naturally. When you try to manipulate external circumstances without first changing your inner state, you are working against the current of creation. But when you change your inner world first, the outer world rearranges itself to match your new vibration, and the right actions become clear and effortless. Let me share with you a personal anecdote to illustrate this point. Many years ago, I desired to travel to New York to share these teachings. At the time, I had no means to make such a journey. But instead of focusing on the lack of resources, I assumed the state of already being in New York lecturing to eager audiences. I lived from that state, feeling the excitement, the fulfillment, the joy of sharing this knowledge. And do you know what happened? Within a matter of weeks, a series of seemingly random events unfolded that led to an invitation to speak in New York, with all expenses paid. This, my friends, is the power of assumption in action. I did not make it happen through force or manipulation. I simply aligned myself with the reality I desired, and the universe conspired to bring it into manifestation. Now, some of you may be wondering about the role of others in your reality. What about free will? You might ask, can I use this law to influence others? The truth is, you are always influencing others, whether you are conscious of it or not. Every interaction, every relationship in your life is a reflection of your own consciousness. But here's the beautiful part. You don't need to change others. You only need to change yourself. When you assume a new state of consciousness, when you embody the reality you desire, you will find that others naturally respond to you differently. They are merely playing the role that your assumption has cast them in. This brings us to a profound realization. There is no one to change but self. All creation is within you. The world you see around you is a mirror reflecting back to you your own thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. When you change your inner world, the outer world must change to match it. This is the law. Now I want to address something that many of you may be struggling with, the concept of worthiness. Some of you may feel that you are not deserving of your desires, that you are somehow not good enough to have the life you want. But I tell you this, worthiness is not something you earn. It is your birthright. You are a divine being, a spark of the infinite consciousness that permeates all of existence. How could you possibly be unworthy of anything? The very fact that you can conceive of a desire is proof that you have the capacity to bring it into manifestation. For you cannot desire that which is not already within you, waiting to be expressed. Let go of the notion that you must struggle and suffer to deserve your good. The universe is abundant, infinite in its capacity to provide. Your only task is to align yourself with that abundance, to open yourself to receive the good that is already yours. This brings us to another crucial point, the importance of gratitude. Gratitude is not merely a polite sentiment or a religious obligation. It is a powerful creative force. When you are grateful for what you have, even before it manifests in your physical reality, you are aligning yourself with the frequency of abundance. Practice gratitude not from a place of lack, thinking I should be grateful for the little I have, but from a place of abundance, knowing that all you desire is already yours. Be thankful for your desires as if they have already manifested. This is the attitude that opens the floodgates of universal abundance. Now, let us address a common obstacle that many face on this journey of conscious creation, the opinions and judgments of others. You may find that as you begin to change, as you start to embody your desired reality, those around you may react with skepticism or even hostility. Remember this, their reactions are not about you. They are merely reflecting their own limiting beliefs and fears. Do not let the doubts of others shake your faith. Your only responsibility is to stay true to your vision, to persist in your assumption regardless of external circumstances. In fact, the reactions of others can serve as a powerful confirmation that your inner world is changing. When people start to treat you differently, when circumstances begin to shift, no matter how subtly, know that you are on the right track. These are the first fruits of your imaginal harvest. Let us now delve into the concept of revision, a powerful technique for reshaping your past and consequently your present and future. You see, time is not the fixed linear progression that your physical senses perceive it to be. In the realm of consciousness, all time exists simultaneously. This means that you have the power to go back into your memory, to any event in your past, and reimagine it. By changing your memory of an event, you alter the chain of causation that led from that moment to your present. This is not mere fantasy or self-delusion. It is a restructuring of your subconscious beliefs, which in turn reshapes your reality. For instance, if you carry the pain of a past rejection or failure, you can revise that memory. Reimagine the scene as you would have preferred it to unfold. See it vividly, feel the emotions of the desired outcome. Do this consistently, and you will find that not only does the pain of the memory dissolve, but your present circumstances begin to align with this new version of your past. This practice of revision is not limited to significant life events. You can apply it to your day-to-day experiences as well. Each night before you sleep, review the events of your day. If there were any interactions or experiences that were less than ideal, revise them in your imagination. See them playing out in a way that aligns with your desires. By doing this, you are constantly refining your state of consciousness, aligning it more and more with the reality you wish to experience. You are, in essence, reprogramming your subconscious mind, replacing limiting beliefs and negative patterns with empowering ones. Now, I want to address something that many of you may be grappling with, the concept of detachment. You may have heard spiritual teachers speak of the importance of detaching from your desires, and this may seem contradictory to what I am sharing with you. But let me clarify this point. Detachment does not mean not caring about your desires. It means not being emotionally invested in the process of their manifestation. When you assume the state of your wish fulfilled, when you live from the end, you are essentially detaching from the need for your desire because in your consciousness you already have it. This state of detachment allows you to release the anxiety, the doubt, the constant checking to see if your desire has manifested. It frees you from the exhausting cycle of hope and disappointment. Instead, you rest in the calm assurance that what is yours cannot be taken from you, for it is already yours in consciousness. Remember, the outer world is a reflection of your inner state. If you are constantly looking for evidence of your desire's manifestation, you are coming from a state of lack. of not having. This very state pushes your desire further away. But when you rest in the calm assurance of having, when you detach from the need to see immediate results, you allow the natural laws of manifestation to work unimpeded. Let us now explore the concept of everyone being you pushed out. This is a profound truth that, once fully grasped, will revolutionize your understanding of reality and your interactions with others. Every person you encounter in your life is a reflection of an aspect of your own consciousness. This doesn't mean that others don't have their own existence or free will. Rather, it means that your experience of them, your perception of their behavior towards you, is a direct reflection of your own assumptions and beliefs. If you believe people are kind, you will encounter kindness. If you believe the world is hostile, you will find evidence of hostility everywhere you look. Understanding this principle gives you immense power in your relationships and interactions. Instead of trying to change others, focus on changing your assumptions about them. See them as you would like them to be. Assume the best in them. You will be amazed at how their behavior towards you shifts to match your new assumption. This applies not just to individuals, but to the world at large. The state of the world, as you perceive it, is a reflection of your own consciousness. If you want to see change in the world, start by changing your own inner state. As you elevate your consciousness, as you embody the change you wish to see, you will find the world around you transforming to match your new vibration. Now let us address a question that often arises. What about negative thoughts and emotions? How do I deal with them? It's important to understand that suppressing or fighting against negative thoughts only gives them more power. Instead, acknowledge them, but do not dwell on them. Remember, your attention is your most valuable currency. Whatever you focus on expands. So when negative thoughts arise, simply redirect your attention to your desired state. This is not about positive thinking or false optimism. It's about consciously choosing your state of being, regardless of external circumstances. Emotions, both positive and negative, are incredibly powerful creative forces. They are the fuel that gives life to your thoughts and imagination. Learn to harness the energy of your emotions, even the negative ones, and redirect it towards your desired state. For instance, if you feel anger, instead of suppressing it or lashing out, recognize the energy of that emotion. Then channel that same intensity of feeling into your imaginal act. Feel the satisfaction, the joy, the fulfillment of your desire with the same intensity as you felt the anger. This is alchemical transformation at its finest. Now let's delve into the concept of the Sabbath, a state of complete rest and detachment from your desire. Once you have planted the seed of your desire through your imaginal act, once you have assumed the feeling of the wish fulfilled, it's crucial to enter into the Sabbath. This doesn't mean you stop living your life or taking inspired action. It means you stop worrying, stop trying to make things happen, stop looking for signs of manifestation. You rest in the absolute knowing that it is done. This state of rest, of complete faith, is what allows your desire to come into fruition without interference from your doubts and anxieties. Think of it like planting a seed in your garden. Once you've planted it, you don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You water it, you provide the right conditions, and then you let nature take its course. The same principle applies to the manifestation of your desires. This brings us to another important point, the role of patience in the manifestation process. Patience in this context is not about waiting for something to happen. It's about maintaining your assumed state, regardless of external evidence, for as long as it takes. Remember, the 3D world you see around you is a shadow, a delayed reflection of your consciousness. There may be a time lag between your change in consciousness and its reflection in your physical reality. This lag is what many perceive as the manifestation process. But in truth, the moment you assume the state of your wish fulfilled, it is done. Your only task then is to persist in that state. Now I want to address something that many of you may be struggling with: the fear of failure. This fear often keeps people from fully committing to their desires, from fully engaging their imagination. But I tell you this, in the realm of imagination, in the world of consciousness, failure is impossible. Every imaginal act, every assumption of a state creates a reality. If you don't see the results you desire in your 3D world, it simply means you haven't persisted long enough in your assumed state, or that you're not fully embodying the feeling of your wish fulfilled. It's not a failure, it's feedback. Use it to refine your technique, to deepen your understanding of the law. Moreover, understand that what you perceive as failure is often the bridge of incidents leading to your desire's fulfillment. The universe often works in mysterious ways, bringing about your desire through channels you might not have anticipated. Trust the process even when it seems like things are going astray. Your task is not to dictate how your desire should manifest, but to maintain the state of its fulfillment. Let us now turn our attention to the concept of divine timing. Many of you may wonder why some desires manifest quickly while others seem to take longer. Remember, in the realm of spirit, time does not exist. What we perceive as time is merely the unfolding of events in our consciousness. Divine timing is perfect timing, orchestrating events in the most harmonious way for the fulfillment of your desire. Trust in this divine timing. Know that everything is working together for your good, even when it doesn't appear so on the surface. Your only responsibility is to maintain your faith, to persist in the assumption of your wish fulfilled. The how and when of its manifestation are not your concern. These details belong to the infinite intelligence of the universe. As we near the conclusion of this discourse, I want to emphasize once more the absolute possess. You are the operant power in your world. Your consciousness is the only reality. Everything you perceive, everything you experience, is a projection of your own inner state. This knowledge is your key to freedom, your passport to a life of limitless possibility. Remember, this message has reached you at this precise moment because you are ready for change. You are on the brink of a magnificent transformation. The very fact that you are hearing these words is evidence that you have already begun to awaken to your true power. Embrace this awakening. Step boldly into the reality of your choosing. In closing, I urge you to test this law in your own life. Don't take my word for it. Experience its truth for yourself. Start with something small if you wish, but start. Assume the state of your wish fulfilled. Live from that state and watch as the world around you transforms to match your inner vision. For in doing so, you are fulfilling your divine purpose, to be the conscious creator of your reality, to bring heaven to earth through the power of your imagination. Go forth now and create the life you desire, for it is already yours in the realm of infinite possibility.